Welcome you all to the fluid power system. This is module 3, control components and hydraulic circuit design. This is a lecture 8. Disclaimer: this PPT has been prepared by referring many sources, which includes figures, diagrams from internet as well as from prescribed text and reference books. I do not claim any originality in preparing this video or PPT. This PPT or video is exclusively for the purpose of education and not for any financial gains. I wholeheartedly thank all those who have directly or indirectly contributed to do this PPT or video. I take this opportunity to thank them all. Cylinder synchronizing circuit. Okay, see, as the name implies, here the circuit tells synchronizing the cylinders. Here there are two connections, cylinders connected in series and cylinders connected in parallel. Now first we will move on to the cylinders connected in series. Look at the diagram. Both diagrams are cylinders connected in a series. Look at this. Here the one is line to reservoir, two is filter or strainer, third is pump, that is unidirectional fixed displacement pump. Part number 4 is pressure relief valve. Part number 5 is solenoid operated spring offset 4/3 direction control valve. 6 and 7 are double acting cylinders. Cylinder 1, that is part 6, cylinder 2 part 7. Cylinder 1 and cylinder 2, these are connected in a series. Okay, this is the construction of cylinders in series. Here what will happen, the extension stroke means, see, the pump flow is connected to left envelope. When it is connected to left position, what will happen? Look at this. Okay, see, when the 4/3 direction control valve is shifted to a left envelope, the flow path configuration is like this. Okay, here what will happen? The stroke, the flow happens, strikes on the piston surface, cylinder 1 gets extended, and whatever the oil is there inside the rod end side, inside the rod end, it moves out and connected to inlet of the cylinder 2, and then cylinder 2 extends, and there is a oil or there is a fluid, it will move out from the cylinder 2 towards reservoir like this. Okay, this is happening during the when valve is actuated to left envelope or left mode operation. I will repeat. See, the direction of flow is acted like this and goes like this and act on the blank end of the piston, and the cylinder 1 extends, and there is a oil in the rod end. That oil will move out towards the inlet of the cylinder 2, and cylinder 2 starts extending. So whatever the oil in the rod end side of the cylinder 2, it will exit and it will move towards the tank or reservoir like this. This is happening during the left mode operation. Okay, first cylinder 1 will extend, then cylinder 2 get extending. Okay, here next operation is retraction operation. Here first cylinder 2 will retract, then cylinder 1 is retracting. Okay, how it is happening, we'll see into it. Here this one is connected here and this is connected to here. Okay, or we can change connections. This is connected like this. Okay, and here there is a connection and there is a connection. Okay, so here first cylinder 2 will retract. Now cylinder 2 is retracting in this way, and see the output of the blank end of the piston in cylinder 2 now goes like this and acts on the cylinder 1, and the cylinder 1 gets retracted, and here the whatever the oil in the blank end of the cylinder 1 blank end piston in the cylinder 1, it will exited like this towards reservoir. Okay, this is happening during retraction stroke of the cylinders. Cylinder 2 is retracted first, then it is followed by cylinder 1. Okay, so this is the working of synchronizing circuit when cylinders are connected in series. Okay, see, when 4/3 valve is shifted to a left envelope, flow path configuration is oils flow from the pump to the blank end of the cylinder 1, and thus cylinder 1 extends. At the same time, oil from the rod end of the cylinder 1 is forced to the blank end of the cylinder 2, and thus cylinder 2 also extends. Okay, oil from the rod end of the cylinder 2 goes to the tank via direction control valve. Once a full extension of the cylinder 1 and cylinder 2 is over, the direction control valve is shifted to the right mode of configuration. This is retractions of cylinder 1 and 2. When the direction control valve 4/3 direction control valve is shifted to the right mode flow path configuration, the oil flows from the pump to the rod end of the cylinder 2, and thus cylinder 2 retracts. At the same time, oil from the blank end of the cylinder 2 is forced to the rod end of the cylinder 1, and thus cylinder 1 also retracts. Now the oil returns to the tank from the blank end of the cylinder 1 through direction control valve. Okay, this is the operation when the synchronization of two cylinders that are connected in series. Now we'll move on to second configuration, cylinder synchronizing circuit when cylinders are connected in parallel. Okay, these two are parallel connections. Here same reservoir, filter, pump, pressure relief valve, direction control valve, and two cylinders are connected in series. Sorry, two cylinders are connected in parallel. In parallel mode, the cylinders are connected. Look at the how the direction of flow will happen. Okay, see, during the left envelope, what will happen? The pump flow is connected like this, and this one connected to like this, and this one is connected to reservoir, and this one connected to this line. Okay, how the flow will happen? Look at this. The flow goes like this, act like this. See, there is a conjunction of flow path. The flow is diverted in two directions. The flow is splitted into two directions. At the same time, the flow acts on these two, and extension happens. Extension of cylinder 1 and cylinder 2 happens, and the exit from the liquid from the rod end side, it is connected to common outlet and connected to reservoir like this. This is happening during suction, during a left envelope mode, that is extension of cylinders. And during retraction, what will happen? Look at this. See, during retraction, this pipeline is connected to here, and this pipeline connected to here, and the flow is connected to here, and there is a reservoir. Now the flow, this is regarding retraction of cylinders. The flow goes like this and connected to this line, acts in this way, splitted into two paths. Retraction of cylinders takes place in this way, and whatever the oil or fluid accumulated in the blank end of the cylinder, it will move out and connected to common junction point, and will move towards the reservoir in this path it connects. So cylinder 1 and cylinder 2 both are retracted in this way. Okay, this is the working principle or working of when two cylinders are connected in parallel. Okay, see, the diagram shows hydraulic circuit in which two cylinders are arranged in parallel mode. When two cylinders are identical, the loads on the cylinders are identical, and then extension and retraction strokes are synchronized. If the loads are not identical, the cylinder with the smaller load will extend first. Then the two cylinders are not synchronized. In practically, no two cylinders are identical. In practically, no two cylinders are identical because of a packing. Packing means seals, packing friction differences. This prevents cylinder synchronization from this circuit. Therefore, this circuit is of no practical importance. Keep it remembering. Therefore, this circuit is of no practical importance. This is happen during when the two cylinders are connected in parallel mode. Next is speed control of hydraulic cylinders. See, speed control of hydraulic actuators. Speed of actuators, either it is a cylinder or motors, can be controlled by using flow control valves. Varying the rate of flow of oil will vary the speed of the actuator. Keep on remembering, varying the rate of flow of oil will vary the speed of the actuator. It means if you make use of flow control valve during inlet, suppose the flow control valve is completely opens, the flow means the complete flow will enter to the cylinder, the flow fills the cylinder body very fast and get high speed. Suppose when the flow control valve supply the liquid in a controlled manner, means in a little bit compared to not a full amount, it will half open. Suppose half flow is obtained and the filling of this liquid towards a cylinder is also takes much time and will get a small speed or less speed compared to full flow. So when the flow control valve provides full flow, we will get high speed during in the cylinder strokes. When the flow control valves gives a partial flow, we will get a slow speed in the cylinders. Flow control valves are used to control the speed of the hydraulic cylinders and hydraulic motors. The speed of the actuator, load carrying capacity and other performance characteristics depend on the location of the flow control valve. In which location you can provided the flow control valve, which is in the inlet line or outlet line. Suppose if you provide or if you install flow control valve in inlet line, the flow control means the flow is controlled in the inlet line of the piston, inlet line of the cylinder. Suppose if the flow control valve is installed in the outlet line or exit line, here the output of the cylinder is controlled. Controlled means it is metered. Here, based on the location of flow control valve, we can have three kinds of speed control. One is meter in circuit, second is meter out circuit, and third is a bleed of the circuit. Okay, a meter in circuit is also called as a primary control. Meter out circuit is also called as secondary control. Bleed of the circuit is also called as bypass control. And these three circuits, how it works, we'll discuss in the later slides. See this diagram telling meter in and meter out. Here in the meter in circuit, the flow control valve is installed in the inlet line. In these two diagrams, see A is the inlet, B is the outlet. When the flow control valve is installed in the A line, that is inlet line, it means the flow control of the oil entering into the cylinder is metered. It means the flow control of the oil entering in the cylinder. Okay. And in second diagram, meter out, here the flow control valve is installed in the outlet line. B is the outlet line. It means flow control of oil are leaving from the cylinder. So we will discuss in detail in the later slides. First we will move on to metering in. As the name implies, it restricts the oil flowing into the cylinder. How it is happening means, in meter in circuits, the flow control valve is installed in inlet side of the cylinder. So the rate of flow of fluid into the cylinder is metered or controlled. See, the figure illustrates the meter in circuit that can be used to control the speed of the hydraulic cylinder using the flow control valve. This circuit uses a manually operated spring offset 4 by 2 direction control valve and flow control valve with check valve. See, in meter in circuit, the flow control valve is placed in inlet line leading to the blank end of the cylinder. You can see in the diagram. In other words, the fluid entering into the blank end of the cylinder is metered in. Okay. In meter in circuit, the rate of flow of oil is controlled at inlet of the actuator. That is, the oil which is going into the actuator is controlled or metered. What will happen during extension stroke and retraction stroke? Just we'll go and see it. See, during extension stroke, what will happen when the 4 by 2 direction control valve is manually shifted to a left envelope in left mode. It's already in the left mode. The oil from the pump goes to the blank end of the cylinder via flow control valve. Look at this. From the pump, here are two passages. One is to check valve. Check valve doesn't allow the flow, and here is only one passage. Here is the flow control valve. It controls the flow. It depends on, see, it sends complete flow or partial flow. Okay. So here the inlet of the flow, inlet flow is controlled by using this flow control valve, and the cylinder will extend. As the oil goes from the port P to port A of a DC valve, the cylinder extends. At the same time, the oil from the rod end, this is goes to tank from the port B to port T of the direction control valve. How it moves? Look at this. And it travels towards the tank. The extending speed of the cylinder can be increased or decreased by regulating the flow of fluid in flow control valve. See, the extending speed of the cylinder can be increased or decreased by regulating the flow of fluid in flow control valve. Hence, the name meter in circuit. Okay, and during retraction, there is no any difference compared to common cylinders. Okay, so here in retraction, what will happen? The 4 by 2 direction control valve is manually shifted to a right envelope. Right envelope, and the flow path configuration is oil from the pump goes to the rod end, like this. There is a free flow compared to a normal cylinders. It is a free flow. It is normal as common cylinders. As the oil goes from the port P through port B, the cylinder is retracted. the cylinder is retracted. At the same time, oil from the blank end, oil from the blank end, oil from the blank end to the tank via check valve of the flow control valve. Look at this. There is a free flow and connects here. Okay, flow control valve, and some amount of the oil may flow through the flow control valve. Some amount of the oil may go through this flow control valve and connected to main path towards the reservoir like this. This is happening in the meter in circuit. Now second is meter out circuit. Here in meter out circuit restricts the oil flowing out of the cylinder. In meter out circuits, the rate of flow of fluid coming out of the cylinder is controlled by using flow control valve. Flow control valve is placed in outlet side of the cylinder. In meter out circuit, the rate of flow is controlled at outlet of the actuator, that is, oil which is going out of the cylinder, going out of the actuator is metered or controlled. Okay, look at the circuit. Here the check valve and flow control valve, it is installed in the output line of the cylinder. Okay, see here same the construction 4/2 valve is utilized, and the figure illustrates a meter out circuit that can be used to control the retracting speed of the hydraulic cylinder using the flow control valve. This circuit also uses manually operated spring offset 4/2 direction control valve and flow control valve. In meter out circuit, flow control valve is placed in the line leading to the rod end, that is outlet line of the cylinder as shown in the figure. In other words, the fluid leaving from the rod end of the cylinder is metered out. We'll go and check it how the flow is metered during output. See, when the direction control valve 4/2 direction control valve is manually shifted to a left envelope, the flow path configuration is oil from the pump goes to the blank end of the cylinder. See, it's already in left envelope. The pump flow connects like this, goes like this, act on the piston. The piston travels outside and the liquid stored inside the rod end, it moves out like this. Here two passages, in this there is no flow and it will move through only that one passage through flow control valve. This flow control valve regulates the flow, whether it is increased or decreased. Okay, and it will move toward the tank like this. By this way, the oil which is going out of the actuator is controlled using flow control valve. To control the outlet, to control the meter out position, the flow control valve is installed in the outlet line of the cylinder. Okay, or the line leading to the rod end. And now we'll go for second envelope, that is retraction of the cylinder. There is no much difference as normal cylinder. The working is as usual and common cylinders. There is no any any different operations. It is common to normal cylinder. See, look at this. Here there is a some flow and there is a free flow. So through this flow control valve, a small amount of flow may occur. Goes like this. Retraction of cylinder, and the blank end of the oil present in the blank end, it goes like this and connected to reservoir like this. This is the operation of meter out circuit. Meter out circuit. Now, here is the comparison between meter in circuit and meter out circuit. In the first meter in, flow control valve is placed in pressure line. In meter out circuit, flow control valve is placed in return line. In case of meter in circuit, gives best result when used in higher pressure systems. In meter out, the actuator movement is very stable. And third one, relatively small friction to face by piston, which increases life of piston. In case of meter out, heat generated due to throttling at flow control valve is given to the oil tank. And in case of meter in, suitable for very low piston rod speeds, and meter out provides positive speed control of the cylinder. In case of meter in, throttling of a fluid takes place which heats the oil and hot oil into admitted to cylinder. And in meter out, since both sides of the piston there is a pressure, there is possibility of higher friction. In case of meter in, the circuit is used where finer speed control is required. In case of meter out, the circuit is used where the very stable movements of actuators are needed. In case of meter in circuit, used in surface grinders, welders, milling machines. And in case of meter out circuit, used in drilling, boring, reaming and tapping operations. These are the few comparisons between meter in and meter out circuits. And next we will move on to a bleed off circuit. Here this is also one of the speed control hydraulic circuit. Speed control of hydraulic circuit using a bleed off means in this type the speed control or flow control valve is placed between the pressure line and the return line. Here thereby it controls the fluid by bleeding off, by bypass the excess not needed by the working cylinder. It means in bleed off circuit the rate of flow of oil is controlled in the bypass line leading to the tank or oil reservoir. It means oil which is bleeded off is controlled. So here this diagram tells the bleed off for extension, uncontrolled for retraction. Look at this. Here the flow is connected in the some valves are connected in these cases. See, some valves are connected in this case. Like this, the valves are installed. But here, in this diagram, it shows the flow control valve provided in this input line. See, the flow goes like this. It goes like this. See, here some amount of oil is bypassed towards this flow control valve, and directed towards the reservoir, and so remaining amount of liquid acts on the piston and travels like this, and the output of the piston is goes like this towards the tank. So here the some amount of the oil is bleed off, which is excess and not needed by the working cylinder. Okay, this is happening during the extension stroke. During retraction stroke, look at this, the operation is like this, it goes like this. This is a retraction of cylinder. Retraction happens, the oil present in the blank end of the piston, it will move out. Here see, some of the oil will move through the flow control valve towards reservoir like this, and this is how the remaining oil will go through like this. This is happening during the what we call a retraction. Okay, and suppose the flow is directed, or the flow control valve is connected like this, what will happen? See, suppose this part is not there, this part is not there, only this one is there, so the flow is connected like this. See, during it takes some flow through flow control valve, remaining flow will move towards the blank end, it connected to return line like this, and here the liquid present in the rod end side, it will move out like this towards the reservoir. This is happening during the extension of the cylinder, and during retraction same thing. Here the valve is connected like this, okay. Here the flow connects the flow will move like this, and remaining flow will act on the rod end. The flow will move out like this. Okay, by this way, by using bypass or bleed off control, we can control the speed of the cylinder in both cases during extension and retraction of the cylinders. Okay, thank you.